Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, the word is out, folks. $4 trillion of tax over the next 10 years is the Biden blindside of tax bombs that are clearly coming, and they're coming in many shapes and sizes. And we've got many people saying, you know, Chuck, you're right. As you've been talking, the time to protect our money is before the election of 2020. Let me give you a couple good examples of this. It is now predicted that 82% of people in the United States will see their taxes go up under a Biden presidency. Add to the fact that he wants to add another $4 trillion of spending and raise capital gains to 40%, to eliminate the step up in basis, which means mom and dad we're gonna end up leaving a huge inheritance tax to many of you listening and to many of our children and grandchildren if we don't do something about it. Now, obviously, I'm encouraging you to get out and vote, and I'm a pro low tax president like in Trump. But even with Trump getting reelected, folks, which I pray he does, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act is going to be gone in 5 short years at the end of 2025. It's over. And the tax brackets, right, have never been greater. And as far as the bracket width, right, before you get pushed into the next marginal bracket, and the tax rates have never been lower. Likely, we will not see taxes this low again after the next 4 years, maybe the next 3 months. Folks, the time to protect our money is 2020, just as this client said. And I think of Mike and Donna, who we helped in Florida. They'd say, Chuck, I'll give you a better example. Karen from Illinois, she said, you know, Chuck, I like my advisor. I've met with him. He's a local advisor. I kind of thought I could get this done locally. And I kept asking what's going to be done about taxes? What's going to be done about taxes? Because as predictable, she had saved almost 95% of their money in tax deferred, which are ticking tax time bombs. And we all know that. Look at what the states are obviously doing, like states of Illinois, Colorado, Arizona, but Illinois in particular is pushing, like New York, New Jersey, California, for higher state income tax. Tennessee, with no state income tax, is pushing for mega increases to property tax. Folks, taxes are going up from all angles, but the federal tax is for sure something to be feared, but you can protect yourself and your money in 2020. She said, well, you know what his answer was? That's just going to be part of it. Your taxes are just going to be part of it. And she said, you know what? I didn't accept that answer. And I'm so glad I didn't. Mike and Donna, we're going to work with some local advisor that was going to shove them into one of these traditional fixed indexed annuities. And the shame of that was, as soon as they turned on an income, it was going to indefinitely tax 85% of their Social Security for the rest of their lives. Translation, it's costing them an additional $7,000 a year out of their pocket into Uncle Sam's because they didn't understand how you could insulate your income from the IRS by learning how to not have 50 or 85% of your Social Security tax. To make it worse, there was no step up in basis on a non-IRA annuity, so they're going to leave a huge tax burden to their daughter and their son. Add to the fact that they're going to eventually have to lower their lifestyle because the income payments don't go up. They're locked in. They have no cost of inflation increase. And the Fed this week, folks, just came out and said they're pushing and wanting more inflation and to expect it. So we've got kind of taxes coming from all angles: inflation, tax on our income, tax on our Social Security, tax on our capital gains. Let me teach you what you can do to protect yourself. Mike and Donna are actually able to create, not only keep their $41,000 of Social Security income totally tax-free, saving them $7,000 a year, but we were able to help them create a $43,000 combined of income sources with no income tax that doesn't subject them to Medicare taxes, Social Security taxes. And we used a special provision in the Tax Cut and Jobs Act while we have Trump that enabled them to save $33,000 in tax, not tax on $33,000, $33,000 of actual tax back into their pocket. So here's the opportunity to take advantage of learning how to protect your money before this election of 2020. Go to taxessave.com. That's taxessave.com. It's requesting a saving tax optimization plan analysis. Learn how you can stop overpaying taxes. I don't care whether you're already retired and you're trying to figure out a better way to not pay as much tax, or preventing you from having a lot of unnecessary tax that needs to be undone because you're trying to get to retirement. The Secure Act, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act gives a good overview. It's not going to be the juiciest part because everybody's individual tax situation is different, but it'll give you a guide. That's why it's a guide, right? How to remove the IRS from your IRAs and how to keep Uncle Sam out of your children and grandchildren's inheritance but I'll teach you, and those that request a saving tax optimization plan analysis, let us show you the retirement tax risk road you're on and the reroute of avoiding that tax road that you can be on. And it's simply going to taxessaved.com. Folks, you've worked hard for your money. Learn how to protect your money, in particular before the election of 2020. Be specific, please, for those that genuinely want to see the tax risk road they're on, to give us the best time and the best day. And you can request it right in the calendar. And we serve people on a first come, first serve basis, folks. The time to protect yourself, as well as from crashes, not just taxes, right? Because many people are thinking that this coronavirus, the true impact, right? Many people are talking about the true impact really hasn't been felt in our economic markets. The time to protect money, and I'll teach you how to do that. Taxessaved.com, taxessaved.com.